والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد. حدثنا محمد بن بشار وسفيان بن وكيع المعنى واحد. قال أخبرنا يزيد بن هارون عن سعيد الجريري قال سمعت أبا الطفيل يقول رأيت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم وما بقي على وجه الأرض أحد رآه غيري قلت صفه لي قال كان أبيض مليحا مقصدا صلوات الله وسلامه عليه. Sa'id Jurayri narrated that I have heard Abu Tufail radiyallahu ta'ala anhu saying that I have seen Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and now onto the face of the earth there is nobody beside me who had seen Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And that is what he had said. So Sa'id al-Jurayri requested to Abu Tufail radiyallahu ta'ala anhu that can you describe Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam? So he gave description of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam by saying that Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was very fair looking, having redness and very attractive, very beautiful balance. Beauty of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was there on his appearance, salawatullahi wa salamuhu alayhi. He's describing Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and we have discussed about Abu Tufail radiyallahu ta'ala anhu before also. He passed away in 110th year of Hijrah. 110th year of Hijrah he passed away. So he was, according to ulama, according to Sirat writers, that he was the last Sahabi to see Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And when it comes to Sirat writers and Muhaddisi, they are very particular, because see, to be Sahabi of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it is also selection of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala selected Anbiya, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala selected companions for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It is not that one can make an effort and one can become Sahabi. That is not within our reach. That is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. اختارهم الله تعالى لصحبة نبيه. It has been said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose them for the companionship of his Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So that's why Muhaddiseen and Sirat writers, they are very particular that after this period there was no existing Sahabi. Now when it comes to the books of Sirat, there was people, somebody after the 6th year of Hijrah, his name was Ratan Hindi. He used to claim that my age is 600 years. And I have met Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and I have seen Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and so many stories go from here, from this point, that he used to claim. But when it comes to Muhaddiseen and Sirat writer, they said anybody who makes claim of being Sahabi, his claim will not be valid. His claim will not be valid. So according to Muhaddiseen, Abu Tufail radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, he was in Basra. Last time we discussed that he is known as Abu Tufail Basri radiyallahu ta'ala. So Abu Tufail Wasila Basri, something like that. So he according to Muhaddiseen and Sirat writers, that he is the last Sahabi. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us value and understanding that what is Sahabiyat. What is Sahabiyat? That is one of the highest rank after Anbiya alayhi salatu wasalam. And Sahaba of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam possess highest rank into the whole mankind after Anbiya alayhi salatu wasalam. One thing. Second thing, Abu Tufail radiyallahu ta'ala said that ala wajhil ard, onto the face of the earth, There is not a single person now left who has seen Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ulama said that, very, what you call, inclusive and conclusive word, that onto the face of the earth. What it means, that Isa alayhi salatu wasalam, he saw Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam into the night of Mi'raj, and he doesn't live onto the face of the earth. Isa alayhi salatu wasalam, we believe in his life. He's going to return. He's going to return. So, Isa alayhi salatu wasalam is being excluded. That beside Isa alayhi salatu wasalam and beside me, there is nobody who had seen Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So onto the face of the earth, there is not a single person who had seen Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. One thing. Another thing, from this word sahabi, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us righteous suhbat. Our salaf, very particularly our Hazrat Shah, Hazrat Hakim Muhammad, Hazrat Allama Khalid Mahmud Sahib rahmatullah alayhi. He used to say that this is a time, the way when people of Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam, they were facing trouble, and whoever jumped onto the boat and ship of Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam, they sailed and they were saved. Exactly on the time of trials and tribulations, if we have right suhbat, our Shaykh and many Salaf had said that if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to make you his ashiq, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will plant love of one of his ashiq in your heart, and that will make you Allah's ashiq. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we are going through very, very full of turbulence time. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our goal of the dars, whether after Fajr, whether after Maghrib, I will keep on repeating. We want 4 things to achieve. We want to construct 4 walls. We want to construct 4 walls. 1, Aqidah. 2, safe and sound ilm. 3, safe and sound amal and ikhlas. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us these 4 walls. And if we live into these 4 walls, then it will become like cave of the people of Kahf. Ashabul Kahf, the way they were safe and their iman were safe, their deen was safe. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us correct aqidah and correct ilm and correct amal and correct ikhlas. And all of that can be achieved that if we have that some righteous suhbat, righteous company, through suhbat, we will have inshallah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's ma'rifat and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's love. So here Abu Tufail, one of the last sahabi who saw Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we have discussed about Anas radiyallahu ta'ala, that Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave him dua, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave him dua for the long life, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave him dua for the barakat in rizq, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave him dua for the barakat in his family. So Anas radiyallahu ta'ala, he had very long life. Anas radiyallahu ta'ala had very many children. He used to say that how many of them I have buried with my own hands, I don't even remember. I did not even count them. And he used to say that everybody's orchard, they bear fruits once in a year. My orchard bears fruits twice a year. Season comes into my orchard twice a year because of the dua of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And that was the trend. That was the trend. Hazrat Huzaifa ibn al-Yaman, we have shared his riwayat that his mother said that from so many days you have not gone into the company of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So just go and see Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And if you go, make request to Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam that he makes dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive. Huzaifa radiyallahu ta'ala, he waited I think from Maghrib to Isha, and after Isha when Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam left, he was living with Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So as soon as Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam saw him, and there was one another incident we had shared before also, inshallah some other time. Huzaifa radiyallahu ta'ala was shown by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala something from the angelic world, somebody from the angelic world. And that person from the angelic world was discussing with Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. When discussion was over, he turned to Huzaifa radiallahu anhu. After salam, immediately Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, may Allah forgive you and may Allah forgive your mom. So he said, I have not even made request to Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam gave me that dua. So that was the trend among the Sahaba. And that was the trend into all our pious Salafus Salihin, that they used to take themselves and their family, their children into the company of pious people. Gradually that is becoming scarce now. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, bring us back. Anas radiallahu anhu, his mum brought him to Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam and made request that Ya Rasulullah accept him for his khidmat and make dua for him. And that is when Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam made these three duas, that Allah give him long life, give him barakat in his family, give him barakat in his wealth. So Anas radiallahu anhu, and that continues. That trend of sohbat continues. Thabit Bunani rahmatullah alayhi, one of the great tabi'i. He was one of the great students of Anas radiallahu anhu. He was one of the great students of Anas radiallahu anhu. Anas radiallahu anhu said that whenever Sabit rahmatullah alayhi comes to my house, so he will make sure that he will ask his family that please apply some attar on my hands, because he will not be happy until he will not kiss my hands. That by these hands you have served Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And another thing, be warned. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us such that we don't see those dark times, dark days. It happened before also. Anas radiallahu ta'ala is being respected in this manner. And when the time of Hajjaj bin Yusuf came, these Sahaba, they used to have their hands tied by that zalim, by that oppressor. And when they used to come into the majlis and gathering, they were called name that Ja'a fikum Muhammadi. Somebody from the Sahaba of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam came into our gathering. So, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we have shared before also that whatever is going to come till the day of Qiyamah, rehearsal has taken place into the Khairul Qurun. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us such vision that we look in that period and we derive correct answer and correct what you call relevant lessons and relevant message for our situation. So sometimes we fear some of our Salafus Salihin, they used to say that sometimes it is becoming worrying matter that people, they are underestimating Sahaba. If Sahaba is not in between ourselves and Rasulullah sallallahu in between ourselves and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then there is no deed. There is no deed. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep us alive and keep our progeny till the day of Qiyamah alive onto every aqidah of Ahlus Sunnati wal Jama'ah. Sahaba, they are the best Jama'at onto the face of the earth after Adam alayhi salatu wasalam till the day of Qiyamah, excluding Anbiya alayhi salatu wasalam. They are the cream of the whole humanity. They are the cream of the whole humanity. That is what we were discussing last night also. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq to understand. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the love of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We are going through the month of Rabiul Awwal, and we are talking that Hazrat Abu Tufail radiallahu ta'ala, he was one of the last Sahabi. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us desire that we visualize Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We have his vision, we have his dream. We live and die for the sake of his mission. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ya awwal al-awwali, ya akhir al-akhiri, ya rahim al-masaki, ya dhal quwwati al-mati, ya dhal manni fala yumannu alayh, ya dhal tawul, ya dhal jalali wal ikram. La ilaha illa ant. زهر الللاجئين وجأر المستجيرين ومأمن الخائفين يا مأمن الخائفين يا مأمن الخائفين إن كنت كتبتنا عندك في الكتاب أشقياء فامحو عنا اسم الشقاء وإن كنت كتبتنا عندك في الكتاب مقطرا علينا أرزاقنا فامحو تقطير رزقنا وحرمان رزقنا واكتبنا وأثبتنا عندك سعداء ووفقنا الخير فإنك تقول في كتابك يمحو الله ما يشاء ويثبت وعنده الكتاب. اللهم إنا نسألك فعل الخيرات وترك المنكرات وحب المساكين وأن تغفر لنا وترحمنا. فإذا أردت بقوم فتنة فتوفنا غير مفتونين. فإذا أردت بقوم فتنة فتوفنا غير مفتونين. فإذا أردت بقوم فتنة فتوفنا غير مفتونين. اللهم وفقنا لما تحب وترضى. اللهم أحسن عاقبتنا في الأمور كلها وأجرنا من خزي الدنيا وعذاب القبر وعذاب الآخرة. اللهم علمنا الكتاب والتأويل. اللهم فقهنا في الدين. اللهم اجعلنا من التوابين واجعلنا من المتطهرين المتطهرين واجعلنا من عبادك المخلصين المخلصين واجعلنا من الذين لا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. اللهم طهر قلوبنا من النفاق وأعمالنا من الرياء وألسنتنا من الكذب وأعيننا من الخيانة فإنك تعلم خائنة الأعين وما تخفي الصدور. اللهم اغفر ذنوبنا وحسن فروجنا. اللهم وطهر قلوبنا. اللهم علمنا الكتاب والتأويل. اللهم اجعلنا علماء فقهاء. اللهم اجعلنا من الراسخين في العلم. اللهم ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا وحبيبنا مولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين برحمته.